Base running by Eric Hosmer. Cologne delivers into left. Into scores Dyson. 2-2 pitch. That is a fair ball. Down the line. And it's 4-2 Kansas City in the 12th. That's a shot into the gap in left center. Everybody takes off. And the Royals have blown it open in the 12th. 1-2 again. Inside corner. The Royals, 2015 World Champions.
So many incredible moments, so many awesome players, and we're all going to begin celebrating it in less than an hour at noon when the parade begins celebrating our World Series champion Royals. Now, the last time this happened was 30 years ago, and Royals fans are so excited, so full of joy. At the end of the route, there's also going to be a rally at Union Station, and that's where 41 Action News anchor Rhiannon Alley is there. Hi, Rhiannon.
Hi, Cynthia, and I have to tell you, for most of the people here at Union Station, they weren't even born 30 years ago. There's so many families here. You know, I'm just hanging out with thousands of my closest friends. Take this. Look at this crowd. There are so many people here, and everyone is in a fantastic mood. Everyone is having a great time. This may be the actual end of the parade, but the party here is just getting started for all of these people. We've seen little kids with their families. You see people cheering. You can probably hear them cheering. There's been music playing on stage. They've been pumping the crowd up already, talking about the win. They played a highlight reel. And look at these little girls. They just hopped up here on stage. They said they wanted to be on TV. So I said, okay.
Come down here and enjoy!
She said, please, Royals. So cute. We're having so much fun here at Union Station. We are going to bring you that rally as soon as it gets underway, right after the parade. In the meantime, I'm just going to sit here and hang out with all my friends and have some fun.
Oh, it sounds like an incredible. Rhiannon, right now, let's and on traffic issues, Jeff.
Unbelievable. It's I-35 south at 12th Street, and it's just completely backed up. This could be, very like Frank Bull said, I agree with him, it's the biggest event in the history of Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, you get about 500,000 people, I think.
I know. I think it's definitely going to be more than 200,000. I mean,
yeah.
It's still 45 minutes away. More people are coming, as we see there. I mean, it's just amazing. People don't want to miss this moment. Not that it won't happen again for a very long time, but just the fact that it has happened, and they want to be part of that celebration.
I know. I think it'll happen before 30 years.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
And the weather's cooperating. Yeah, the sun isn't out as much, but at least it is not raining, and we're going to get some peaks of sun out there. Out on the plaza, it's calmed down a little bit. There was quite a bit of people waiting at bus stops there. And we look at our Sporting KC downtown Skyview. Look at all the people there by the Sprint Center. That's where the parade is going to start. And then here's the Liberty Memorial and the mall. Cars are parked up through Penn Valley Park. It's incredible. What a day it is. And right now, 64 degrees at KCI. It's a little cooler further south where there's been more clouds, a south wind at 10 miles per hour. We've had these low clouds come in from the south. We'll talk about those in a minute. And we have a storm system right now in the western United States that's spinning around. It'll impact our weather on Thursday. I'll show you that here in a second. We've had these low clouds. It is sunny to our east and sunny to our west. There's clouds right along the state line. They're going to be with us through the day, but there are holes as well. And I think it'll break, maybe keeping us from this, but still into the 60s, if not 70 degrees. And PowerCast shows this thin area of clouds around 3 p.m. Again, there may be some holes there. Then tonight, these clouds will completely fill back in. Everybody will be into a low overcast tomorrow morning, but it'll be dry. And then through the day tomorrow, it's going to be much harder to break that overcast. Here we are at 4 in the afternoon. Again, there might be a few breaks, but tomorrow I think it's going to be cloudier than today. And then what about rain? Well, nothing tomorrow or tomorrow night, but by Thursday morning, a wave of rain and some showers and thunderstorms comes up from the south. Could be some heavy downpours, a few flashes of lightning. This particular model has it from the city southward, Harrisonville, Pleasanton, down to Iola at about 8:50 in the morning. And then that round moves off. There may be a couple lingering showers, and then a front will come through Thursday night at 11 o'clock with another round of rain. So a couple rounds of rain during the day Thursday and then again Thursday night. But look how quickly it moves off out of here by Friday morning, back to full sunshine. How much rain are we expecting? It is a fast-moving system. There will be some heavy downpours, and in some spots, you could see some heavier amounts up close to an inch of rain, and in other spots, there may just be 1,800. So, again, These amounts are not set in stone for their location, but it gives you an idea. Some locations may see hardly anything. Other areas could get close to an inch. We'll be up and get a little bit closer to it. So the forecast for today, no rain. Great weather for parade. No raining on anybody's parade today. 67 by 2, 68 by 4 p.m. A mix of sun and clouds, 64 at 6 p.m. And here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, we've dropped the high to 65. I think there's a lot of clouds. Thursday, a good chance of rain and thunderstorms. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look dry and cool, about where we should be for this time of year. And then Monday, there's another little system with a chance of rain. But yeah, November 3rd, in Kansas City to celebrate a world championship, and the weather is about as nice as you can get it. I mean, it can be a little nice, of course, but
for this time of year.
Beggars can't be choosy. This is great weather.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine if it was raining out there?
We don't have to have big, heavy coats and umbrellas. Oh man, that's so great. We're going to talk more about the parade in just a moment.
Absolutely.
First, we want to show you some images from NASA.
Now, these are a look at some dunes on Saturn's largest moon, Titan. The Cassini probe caught this view. Scientists are using Cassini to better understand the geology and weather patterns of Titan. Very interesting.
Very interesting. All right. Thanks, Jeff. If you think that a bearded man is sexy, it turns out he is also more likely to lie, fight with you, and cheat on you. That's according to a new study. The Eva and Sensuwide survey explains that 47% of men with facial hair cheated on their spouse. Only 20% of men without facial hair cheated. Well, Adele is coming to NBC. She's having a one-night-only concert special. Adele Live in New York City will air December 14th. She'll also perform on Saturday Night Live, The Tonight Show, and The Today Show. And you can see it all right here on your 41 Action News station. What a voice. All right, we want to remind you, the Days of Our Lives fans, that because of the parade today, today's episode is going to air at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, here's another live look from Sky Tracker over Union Station. Look at those crowds just waiting for their champion, Kansas City Royals. They're ready for this Royal Rally. It starts right after the parade. We'll bring you the parade and the rally all coming up.
Our new NBC Wall Street Journal poll reveals some big numbers for Dr. Ben Carson and some concerns for American voters. I'm Tracy Potts. More on that next.
Is your house trying to tell you you need new windows before winter? Then pick up the phone and call us here at Linco Windows and Siding. We can install new windows in your home, not just any windows. These are triple pane, not the double pane like the other guys. Call in today for beautiful windows that are maintenance-free, easy to operate, and to keep the cold out. Give your home an energy upgrade. Call us here in Kansas City right now. It's not too late to get those old windows out and install new windows from Linco. Be one of 50 homeowners to participate in our home evaluation program. You'll save up to $1,000 on the installation of new windows if you call right now. Zip code and location are important. We'll put a good neighbor sign in your yard. And no interest, no payments for 12 months. And you get a $500 discount certificate toward purchase of a new entry door if you call right now. And a $25 Visa gift card with your in-home estimate.
Synchrony Financial. Engage with the call center team that makes customers smile. Engage with a job where great benefits are only one of the benefits. Engage with us. We're now hiring positions in Merriam. Learn more and apply at synchronycareers.com. That's SYNCHRONY careers.com. Or text SYF10 to 90206. Again, text SYF10 to 90206. Engage with us.
Which Medicare plan is right for me? Honestly, I'm not sure.
There are so many decisions. Where do you even start?
Medicare can be complicated. Don't go it alone. Together, we can make it simpler. Call Cigna now for more information, plus your free guide. You'll learn how a Cigna Medicare Advantage plan can help you get more out of Medicare. With no monthly premiums, no primary doctor copays, prescription drug and dental coverage, even fitness benefits. Plus, the Cigna Difference, a team approach to healthcare coordinated by your doctor that ensures you get the time, attention, and quality care you deserve. Medicare open enrollment is here. Get the information you need to make the right decision. Plus, get a free guide to Medicare Advantage. There's no obligation. Call 1-866-612-1391. That's 1-866-612-1391. Cigna. Together, all the way.
My goodness, look at that. Traffic backed up with people heading in to see. $500,000 is the estimate for the crowd today for the parade. This is just an historic moment in our city's history, and so many people want to be part of it. Look at the crowds there. They're just exciting, and they're very excited and waiting for their Kansas City Royals. They want to see that trophy. They want to see Ned Yost. I mean, it's going to be an incredible moment today, and lots of people on their way. In other news now, in Democracy 2016 coverage, new poll numbers show just how frustrated they are with Washington. Tracy Potts is on Capitol Hill with the top candidates.
Our new NBC Wall Street Journal poll shows the economy is still the #1 issue for voters, and they're split almost evenly on whether Democrats or Republicans should be here in charge of fixing it. Our NBC Wall Street Journal poll, Americans are frustrated. Just over a quarter think we're headed in the right direction. More than half think the deck's stacked against them. Well over half would fire their member of Congress.
You can't just tell Congress you're fired and go to commercial break.
The biggest surprise, Ben Carson at 29. The biggest lead of any Republican so far.
What you're seeing right now is the conservative and the outsider wing has really taken charge of the energy of the party.
Back up as well. Wow, it is incredible. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. What a day.
Fastest growing newscast just keeps getting better. 41 Action News Today, with a bigger team to cover more breaking news, the most accurate weather forecast, and 41 Traffic Now. See what the buzz is about. Wake up with 41 Action News Today.
Stark Pharmacy has truly given me a gift. Everything that I needed back in my life, energy, my focus, I got my life back.
Let Stark Pharmacy create a natural hormone treatment just for you. Attend Stark's next free seminar at Menorah Medical Center, November 18th.
Hi, I'm Ani Ivan, a AAA insurance agent. Chances are you know AAA, and you don't know AAA.
I knew they could save me on the side of the road.
But I didn't know they could save me hundreds on auto insurance, but I do now.
I switched my auto insurance over to AAA, and I saved $200.
If I can save money and get great service and excellent coverage, then it's a win-win-win.
At AAA, we're always with you. And that includes great savings on auto insurance. You could save up to $386 a year. That could be hundreds better than State Farm, Farmers, even Allstate. And save big when you combine your auto and home policies.
I know that my family is covered. I have no worries.
People work really hard for their money, so they should get the most out of every cent.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you. So discover the AAA you don't know.
The one that could save you hundreds on auto insurance.
Call 877-717-1852 for your free insurance quote. AAA Insurance. So easy, so smart, so switch.
I would say with Stark Pharmacy, the personal attention. At the seminars, they make you feel like you are the only one there, that you are the first person that's ever asked those questions, and that they're more than happy to work with you.
Attend Stark's next free seminar, November 18th at 7 p.m.
Don't wait for your news. Get it now with the Now KC. I'm Krista Dubill. Join me and Justin Wilfon for the day's big stories, the most accurate weather with Gary Lezak, and money tips to keep cash in your pocket. It's the Now KC, weekdays at 4.
That's a shot into the gap in left center.
Once we rally, it's tough to stop our rally, once we get going. And that's what happened tonight.
We feel like a family here. It's amazing. Now we know World Series.
Inside corner, the Royals, 2015 World Champions.
They wanted to win the World Series. They did.
From 41 Action News, it's the Royals World Series Victory Parade.
Wow, we are so happy with the Kansas City Royals. Well, there is a Royal discount today at the National World War I Museum and Memorial. You can get $5 tours today. Museum admission is discounted in celebration of the Royals World Championship, and it's open until 5 o'clock today.
All right, we are getting closer. Guys, we are less than 15 minutes from the start of this parade at the Sprint Center. 41 Action News anchors Lindsay Shively and Patrick Fazio are there right now. Guys, you have like the greatest view ever.
We cannot wait to show you all of the fun from the parade right from the very start.
This is pretty good. It's going to start right behind us, and at the top of the hour, you'll start to see they'll move that banner and all the cars, the trucks, the vehicles for the parade with all the royals, and all the dignitaries will come out. And then take a look over here. It's going to eventually come back down Grand here. We're right in front of the Sprint Center at Grand, and you're going to see it come down, back down from, after it goes up Grand, 9th, down Oak to Truman. It's going to go back down Grand where those Clydesdales are. They got the Budweiser Clydesdales here. The street sweepers are here. There are 9 of those street sweepers for 16 confetti guns that'll be going off along the parade route this afternoon.
And it's one thing to see a sea of blue just here like we've seen in the Power and Light District from Big 12 or something like that. It just keeps on going. We can see down the street. It's incredible. There's so many people here. It's easy to see how they expected at least a few 100,000 to show up today.
And oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than that. It just keeps on getting more and more packed as you see people still trying to find a place to park and show up here. And just amazing, the sun is coming out just like Kaylee, Gary, and the rest of the official meteorologists of the Kansas City Royals at 41 Action News predicted and forecasted the sun would come out. Going to be a nice day. Just a little bit of a breeze as you see those balloons blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
But you could not ask for a better day in November.
It's amazing.
November, what is it, 3rd now? Crazy.
The sun is shining on Kansas City and the Royals. It's going to be such a great day. And any minute now, 15 minutes before the actual start of the parade, the families are going to ride the parade route. The families of the front office. We haven't seen that happen yet, but we are minutes away from the fun beginning right here in downtown Kansas City.
Cannot wait. And we will be here. We'll have it live here on 41 Action News. And if you need to, on the website, kshb.com, we'll have it streaming there as well. Cynthia?
Yeah, we've got you covered every way, at home or at the parade downtown. Thank you guys so much. All right, we're getting a look at the trucks the Royals will be riding in during the parade. Check it out. This is a tweet by the Kansas City Sports Commission, so I imagine the Royals there will be in the back flatbed of those trucks and waving to the crowds. Maybe they'll be inside. We'll see here in just a matter of moments. We are less than 10 minutes away from this World Series championship parade. So cool. Now, along with the World Series title comes the championship ring, of course. But did you know that several players who don't even play for the Royals now could also get that expensive piece of jewelry? Here's the thing. Players on the active roster and injured members who are inactive will all get a ring. But if a player hit the field in just one game, even if he was traded, he could still get a ring. That includes Aaron Brooks and Joe Blanton. Both were traded so the Royals could have Ben Zobrist. It also includes Wichita State grad Dusty Coleman. Now, he played just 4 games with the team and then finished the season in the minor leagues. So who makes the final call on who gets a ring? Well, that's up to the team owners. In fact, in 2004, the Boston Red Sox reportedly issued a record 500 World Series championship rings. All right, we want to remind you, Days of Our Lives, because of today's parade, will air actually at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. So Days fans, we're not forgetting about you. We're just delaying that because we got to see this parade.
Now, with Kansas City's most accurate forecast, here's meteorologist Jeff Pinner.
All right, the sun is coming out. Plaza moderately crazy already. It's been that way, but there was even longer lines a little bit ago. And we look outside. The sun is shining on the world champions here. The clouds are beginning to break up, just as we had predicted. Beautiful weather for November 3rd. Look at this scene out at the Liberty Memorial. People are just flowing in. Penn Valley Park is covered in cars and people. You do not see that every day here in Kansas City. Very likely the biggest event ever in Kansas City's history. An incredible amount of people. 64 degrees, south wind at 10 miles per hour. We've had these low clouds. We'll show you that here in a minute. There's a storm system in the western United States that's dropping into the southwest. rain on Thursday, but we've had these low clouds and they've been centered on the state line, but you can see here they are starting to shrivel and break up, and so I think the rest of the afternoon we'll see more sun. It's completely sunny to our east and to our west, and so looking really good. As we look at the data here, this computer model still has the clouds hanging tough. I think they're going to break up just from what I'm seeing, and then tonight, though, I do believe they will fill back in and become widespread tonight, and much of tomorrow will be spent in the clouds, although there could be some peaks of sun and still a dry day, and it'll be mild, it'll be a little muggy and humid out there. And then here at about 8:50 in the morning on Thursday, a round of rain and thunderstorms. This is just the latest data that has come up. It has shifted the rain a little further north and west, so there's going to be some rain probably Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon. Could even be a few rumbles of thunder with that, and then that round will move off, and then a cold front will come through with a chance of rain in the evening. This latest data has most of the rain going through in the morning, so 1 or 2 rounds of rain on Thursday, and then it's out of here by Friday. Total sunshine, but cooler. Highs on Friday will be in the 50s. How much rain are we expecting? Well, many areas will see rain, but not all locations will see significant rain. Some locations may be under 0.2 of an inch. Other areas could get close to an inch of rain. So this is not set in stone on the location of these amounts, but it gives you an idea that we could get anywhere from 1/10 to an inch of rain on Thursday into very early Friday, and then it is out of here. Luckily, there is no rain today, just a sea of blue sky and a sea of blue on the ground, and sunshine and a few clouds, up to 68 to 70 degrees today, a south wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Absolutely beautiful. And here's a look at the 7-day forecast. So we have that 68 today. We drop tomorrow to 65 with all the clouds. There's a little sun, it'll get close to 70. Thursday, very good chance of rain and thunderstorms, but it's just a one-day deal. Friday and Saturday into the 50s. Might have a light freeze in there Friday night into Saturday. And then there's another little system on Monday. Still no big cold air. I mean, it's November in Kansas City. It doesn't have to be this mild, but it is right now, and it's a good thing. The weather is really cooperating.
I know.
For this parade, and it's exciting.
Yeah,
I mean,
people don't need a coat out there. It's really great.
It's just great, and I cannot believe it's still surreal. They're the world champions.
I know, World Series champions. I mean, the moment it happened, I mean, we were shouting and yelling and just jumping around. I mean,
when Hosmer got to home, when he scored the tying run, I'm like, they got this one.
We're going to win it.
They're going to win it. No, I didn't know when that game, but I knew they did.
All right.
You guys need to understand, a KCK Fire Department ambulance just came through, pushed the crowd to the side. People were within a smidgen of a centimeter lining this car as it went by. We heard some screams. We're not sure what happened, but
hanging on the side of it too to make it stop. Because somebody, I don't know if they got their toe caught under there or what happened to them.
So it's really difficult. The mayor's caravan came through here, parted everybody, came within smidgen, so we'll take care of this. We're going to go check and see what's going on with this, but we'll have live coverage of this parade here.
Right.
Mr. Police Officer, are you here?
Okay, guys, this is the parade. The drummers are getting the crowd pumped up. They are ready to start this thing. We are, just about 5 minutes away from the start of this parade. We're going to get to see all of the Kansas City Royals players. We're going to get to see some of the former Royals players, political officials and such. But I mean, this is really going to be an exciting moment, I'm telling you.
They all have their own truck. It's amazing.
They do.
More than 85.
Get ready for the crowds to start cheering, because here come the Kansas City Royals.
Woo. All right.
Here they are, America, the Voice Top 20 artists. And tonight, discover which voice you're rooting for before the power shifts to your vote.
We're going to the finale, man.
The Voice, tonight at 9/8 Central on NBC. And get the NBC app.
First trimester pregnancy collapsed on scene. Call OB.
Tonight, one life clings to another.
You're gonna be fine, both of you. Hold up. You move, she bleeds to death.
New Chicago Fire, tonight on NBC. And get the NBC app.
I'm Brent. And I'm Josh. And we're the owners of Beekman 1802.
How farm grow into a retail business?
45 noisy kids.
2 handcrafted cheeses.
140 days.
And a trust to pitch in. I'm cable business class. Bundle 10 meg high-speed internet, phone, and Wi-Fi hotspot access for as low as $99.98 per month. Ask how to get a $200 Visa prepaid card. in 1802 on top of online orders. And 25 advanced phone features help them connect with neighbors.
60 acres of farmland into a brand.
Bundle 10 meg internet at hotspot access for as low as $99.99. Ask how to get a $200 Visa prepaid card.
One call can make it possible.
Call today or visit us online to learn more.
You know, you pay too much for those glasses.
Who?
You. Practically everyone overcharges, except for America's Best.
Who?
America's Best. They give everyone a deal. In fact, you can get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for just $69.95.
2?
2.
2.
2.
Who?
Stop it. 2 pairs and a free exam for $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best.
Wanted. If you or a loved one currently wear a hearing aid or have hearing difficulties, this opportunity is for you. Southwestern Hearing is offering 147 people a risk-free opportunity to try the newest hearing system designed for greater speech understanding. This ad will only run until all spots are filled, so call this number now. Don't miss this opportunity to improve your hearing absolutely risk-free. Hear clearly with today's best technology that's designed with the human voice in mind. Call the number below immediately. Don't be left out. Call now.
All right, Jeff, let's have some award-winning weather for these Royal champions.
Exactly. Days of Our Lives is on at 3 a.m. tomorrow, and also the weather's absolutely beautiful. 68 degrees for today's high, 65 tomorrow. A little bit of rain on Thursday, and then cooler over the weekend, but no rain on anybody's parade today.
No, not
beautiful
today.
Weather, and pretty incredible. We're going to go out to Frank and Krista.
We're going to go to Frank and Krista. Again, Days of Our Lives airs at 3 o'clock in the morning, but right now everybody's just wanting to know and wanting this parade to start. And then, Krista and Frank, you guys were talking about some problems just a moment ago. Did you find anything out for us?
Yeah, Krista was up in the front. Go ahead, Krista.
Well,
You're right with the
what
police.
happens is we got about, you have hundreds of people even behind our camera.
Thousands.
And we heard sirens first, and the mayor's 2 SUVs came through, and they were parting people, inching the cars, and people were coming right on the tires and on the cars, and they inched them through, and everybody got back in, and a few people who were in the back ran up and pushed in front of people
just
that
sort
had
of
been here all
reshaped
day.
the crowd at that point. And then KCK Fire Department came through with
An ambulance,
with an ambulance, and probably trying to set up in case something happens. We understand that. But then they parted the crowd again. The ambulance, way bigger than the SUVs, pushing, had to move the crowd, had to surge away really, really close. And then again, once it happened, and everybody surges in behind it that's been in the back trying to get to the front. So it's just been a crazy situation. Everyone, of course, wanting to get the ultimate goal, of course, to get a look at the Kansas City Royals. They come through here. So.
And we've got family that are standing around us who have
and
families
they've been here
stuck in
since about 6
traffic.
a.m. this morning.
And so the biggest thing for us was just making sure that the people were in front as people tried to rush and somehow cut in because the fire truck or the ambulance had come in. So, and the police officer, when I was asking him about this up front, said they've had fights breaking out up by the stage. You guys, this is just a massive amount of people.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to eat.
Right.
The bathrooms are limited, and their beverage lines, even this morning at 7 a.m. when I was out, was tremendous.
Yeah.
So while we want to keep this positive, this parade as it gets this way will be better, but it is really, it's pretty.
And if you think you can get in here last minute, obviously you cannot do that now. So, wait for the parade, watch on TV. Hey, if you like to shop, okay?
Might be time to go.
Put the DVR on and go someplace to go shopping, because there ain't nobody else anywhere but right here, okay?
And we'll be back here as the parade makes its way through the route. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
That's a shot into the gap in left center.
Once we rally, it's tough to stop our rally, once we get going. And that's what happened tonight.
We feel like a family here. It's amazing. Now we know World Series.
Inside corner, the Royals, 2015 World Champions.
They wanted to win the World Series. They did.
From 41 Action News, it's the Royals World Series Victory Parade.
Welcome to downtown Kansas City, where we are here to celebrate the Royals World Series championship, and it feels like the whole city is here with.
That's right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Patrick Fazio, along with Lindsay Shively, here for the victory celebration, the parade, and the rally. It all starts right here at Sprint Center, just moments away from the beginning of the big parade. And you see Casey, the W guy from Kauffman Stadium. He's here on top of this fire truck as they are getting ready to start the parade. He's going to be one of the first of the vehicles to go up Grand. If you don't already know the route, it's going up Grand North on just past Sprint Center to 9th Street. It'll make a right turn going east. It'll come back down Oak Street, then come down Truman just in front of I-70 here, and then go back down Grand as it makes its way to Union Station by 2 o'clock for the big rally, Lindsay.
And we've got fun of the parade route, but what about the route for folks to get here, huh? It has been a trying morning for some people making their way. We want to show you I-35 and Southwest Trafficway, where we've been told that people have been leaving their cars in the median. Desperate to get downtown to see the Royals play, and it's taken a lot of people more than an hour and a half.
My wife and kids just got here. They said they saw people parking on the off-ramp, but apparently now there are people parking in the median and the side of the highways just to finally just get out of their cars and walk here so they don't miss the parade. So this might be a mess leaving here, so you might just want to stay. It's going to be a mess. It's crazy, but it's going to be a lot of fun here.
So fun, and this is such a fun chaos of memory making for families. Hear the chants that people are already starting. We are minutes away from the beginning of the parade here. Everybody, people making their own confetti. I thought that was hilarious.
That was pretty cool. People throwing the confetti up in the air with whatever shredded paper documents they might have shredded. And it's been great to see. Everything has been so peaceful, you know.
Yes.
Frank had mentioned about they're down there at Union Station. Frank and Krista are down there. And Frank talked about how peaceful it is, how fortunate we are to be in Kansas City, where we had a peaceful celebration after the World Series victory. We have peaceful celebrations going on now for the parade and the rally, and you don't see that in every city. Look at last year. San Francisco won, and they had riots and fires after their World Series. And here it's peaceful as they're about to get the parade underway.
Can you see this? The trophy truck, the Major League Baseball World Series trophy truck, just starting to pull out of Sprint Center for everybody to see, just as this World Series championship parade gets underway. I want to talk about one of the biggest spots for the crowds gathering is Union Station. Looking at the crowds there, people started gathering, camping out at Union Station in the early morning hours. We saw them on the morning show, tents and all this morning.
Yeah, Andres Gutierrez and Joel Nichols were both down there giving us updates. Yeah, people camped out. They wanted to make sure they had a great spot. And here, the crowd here at Sprint Center starting to make some noise as the first pickup truck with the huge mock World Series trophy makes its way down. And here comes the Royals drum line as well. They're going to get the crowd going. Look who's coming up after that.
There's Slugger.
Slugger waving to the crowd. Just listen to this crowd as they get fired up.
He's waving the flag. Confetti already going, I can see, just past the big archway of balloons as this parade really gets underway. So right now, KC, the W man, he is on the sponsor trolley. This is all the sponsors and representatives that's there with KC. Dave Webster is KC's real name. You've seen him hang that W, fortunately, a lot in the last couple of years, which is one of the reasons we're here in the first place.
His hands must be exhausted after this season.
You know, he's had a lot of work putting that W up there.
That's right. And it's just great to see just how many people. Look, it's 12, 15 people deep from the fence, the gates that have people blocked off from getting to the parade route. But people up against that barrier, and it's 12, 15 deep, if not more, in some spots here outside Sprint Center. And they even put those barriers into the street, so people are standing about 10 feet into the street on either side as they are trying to get as many people packed in here as possible
and take a
look. Parade route.
Well, you know, we talk about behind the scenes folks. These are the behind the field folks for the Royals organization, right? The front office staff proudly waving their rally towels as they get their time to march in front of Kansas City, and so proud. And you know, we talked about this before. We told Dayton Moore on the rally a couple weeks ago. It is so impressive how from every position in this organization, everybody seems to enjoy their job. They are polite. They make it a great experience for everybody who goes to a game.
And you know, it's interesting. Dayton Moore told us on the post-game show after the World Series victory Sunday night in New York. He said, you know, I really look for players who have a passion for this game, who love baseball, and you can see it in the front office staff. You can see it in the people who work for the Royals, just how much they love baseball. They have an appreciation for this game, and it's one of those philosophies that just goes from the top down in this organization, and you can tell that is instilled in people. Love of game, love of baseball, love the Royals. And I see up Grand, about 14th Street, some of the confetti already flying as this parade gets underway.
There goes our Jackson County legislature waving outside of the trolley. Gene Peters Baker in the front of the window there, getting to enjoy some of the festivities as well. You were talking about that importance on generosity and kindness in the Royals organization and the love of baseball. That comes out in players like Salvador Perez.
Yes, it's just infectious.
The whole city, yes. You can just tell that he loves his job.
So the players will be coming out eventually. We have a total of about, I think a few dozen floats that we're going to be seeing throughout this parade, and you'll see them a couple of times. So if you miss it, if you don't catch everything the first time, we'll have multiple angles throughout the parade route as this makes its way from Sprint Center down to Union Station over the next couple of hours.
And such a finely organized event. We see one of the high school marching bands that's getting ready to come on. There are a few that get to be a part of this parade, which I think is cool. Think about the memories they'll be making.
Absolutely.
For generations to come. They'll tell their kids someday how they marched in this World Series parade in 2015, like we say 1985, right?
That's right. Here comes Jackson County Executive Mike Sanders and his pickup truck there, decked out in Royal celebration. You know, we talk about some of the legislators and our political officials who are taking part in this. The governor is supposed to speak at the rally later. It's actually election day in Kansas City for at least parts of Kansas City. And, you know, the election commission, they acknowledge, you know, I know a lot of people will be coming downtown. Unfortunately, not many will be going to a vote. But, you know, there weren't that many races in this election, so that's part of the reason as well, not just the parade.
Mayor Sly James making his way up. He said something I thought was so great in one of the articles leading up. It says, New York City is a city that never sleeps. Kansas City is a city that never quits. The relentless Royals, the resilient Royals, and their fans, they didn't give up over 30 years. They were right here ready for these Royals to win this.
World Series games, a lot of the postseason games, you can see on the looks of some of the opposing fans, they gave up at some points. You could almost tell they just had that look of defeat on their faces.
Not Royals fans.
The Royals would come back, but never with the Royals players, not with the Royals fans. Sticking through, no one ever left the K early during one of the postseason games. And it's just amazing the difference you see.
Kansas City City Council just went through. There's George Brett.
The legend. I wonder what he's thinking 30 years later after he had the parade here in downtown Kansas City as a player, as the Royals' third baseman back in 1985.
It was almost as fun to see his reaction to these wins as teams because he's been such a part of Royals history in Kansas City.
That's right. He was doing the fist pump. He was pumped up after the game, and just great to see, you know, the difference that we've heard between this 85, and Frank will talk about this later on too. Is some of the differences. Apparently the parade was similar to this. It went down Main Street to Union Station, Liberty Memorial back in 85, but this one going down Grand this time.
And their phones out, right? That's so fun because they're going to make their own memories when they're walking in the parade. Right now you're watching the Royals baseball operations and their family, about 100 folks with this group alone walking in the parade. Strollers, cameras, the whole family. They've got their phones out and they're having a great day. This is the Royals baseball operations and family.
That's right. It's just been a blast to see. And, you know, it just gives you an idea of just how many people are behind the scenes.
Yes.
You saw Mike Swanson there give us a wave to the cameras. He's in charge of communications for the Royals and make sure that all the broadcasts are set and all the announcers get all the information they need. We get the interviews we need. So a lot of people behind the scenes to make sure it's a well-oiled machine for this Kansas City Royal organization.
I love the big baseball balloons. What's a parade without a balloon, right? We've got a couple of those that'll be spread out through the parade. Hitting coach right here for the Royals.
That's right. And you think about this team, the way they hit, especially in the postseason. You know, we saw Alcides Escobar, the leadoff man, the shortstop for the Royals, swing at the first pitch so many times that it almost threw off the opposing pitchers. They didn't know how to handle it. There's the catching coach for the Royals as well. And gosh,
Pedro
you think about what Salvi and the coaching staff, just how important that position is to the Royals, and how many wins we've gotten out of that catching position.
And
even Drew Butera, too, the backup. He was then there for the last pitch of the World Series. He framed that strike three, the called strike three that the umpire called to end the World Series.
There's first base coach Rusty Kuntz.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear on the broadcast, Rusty talking to some of the players, and it was interesting when they were talking about Christian Colon hitting that great base hit in the 12th inning. A huge hit. He hadn't batted all World Series. But
and what a hit, huh?
What a hit. He also scored the tying run last year in that great wild card game at the K against the Oakland A's.
As our third base coach,
Mike Dursley, a lot of people wondered last year, gosh, should the Royals have tried to send Alex Gordon home on that last play in Game 7? But that the way that throw was coming in, probably would have been out by a good amount. And they talked about that. We heard him in some of the broadcasts mic'd up talking about we're aggressive, we're an aggressive team. And you read some of the articles about the Royals and how these coaches and the scouting department for the Royals were so prepared. They knew the tendencies of the different outfielders, the opponents, where they would throw, how would they throw.
Incredible.
In the Toronto series, Bautista, they knew he would try to throw to second base, and that was when we saw Lorenzo Cain go from first to home, almost unheard of, first to home. But that was because of the base coaches who had these guys so ready, who scouted so well. They knew the tendencies of the different players. Eric Hosmer, when he tied the game in Game 5 in the 9th inning, he knew that Duda, the first baseman for the Mets, did not have the best arm. He knew that because the coaches and scouting department had them ready, and that's why he decided to run home. It was a bad throw, and he was safe to tie the game, extend it into extra innings, and then we won.
It's a key part of the job. It's amazing. We want to bring in D. Jackson. D is along the parade route as well. D, just incredible to see, huh?
Yeah, no question about this, guys. It's been 30 years since we've had this type of excitement and anticipation to see our world champions. I'm down here on Oak and Truman, and these fans are certainly geared up for an exciting day. Haven't seen too much action come our way yet, but these people are certainly anticipating to an opportunity to see their favorite players, and they are happy to be here. These ladies have been joining us here all day and ready for the excitement. So, hey, as soon as we see some players and some action, you guys are doing a great job down there giving the history and the backdrop of this season with the Jershely story. I really enjoyed that one as well, Patrick. So keep up the good work, guys, and we'll see you in just a minute from Oak and Truman here.
D. Jackson, thank you so much. We're going to get to some messages real quick, but we'll be right back with the very latest from downtown on the World Series Celebration Parade.
Broken back. Cut off by right. Out. Throw home. World tie game.
The first day of spring training, we knew that we were going to get back to this point and we were going to win the World Series.
Cologne delivers into left.
And it was one of those comebacks of the ages.
Yeah, because we don't ever give in and never give up.
I've never been around a group of guys that were as determined as these guys were.
The Royals, 2015 World Champions.
After you watch Mike and Rhiannon, join me for NBC Nightly News.
We're at an emergency room. I want to show you something. I've been waiting in this ER for a couple hours, surrounded by people who clearly have medical emergencies. Does it make sense that emergency care should include an hours-long wait to see a doctor?
No.
Good. It shouldn't. And someone's changing that. Thanks to them, healthcare is taking a turn for the better, and not a moment too soon.
Synchrony Financial. Engage with the call center team that makes customers smile. Engage with a job where great benefits are only one of the benefits. Engage with us. We're now hiring for call center positions in Merriam. Learn more and apply at synchronycareers.com. That's SYNCHRONY careers.com. Or text SYF10 to 90206. Again, text SYF10 to 90206. Engage with us.
Which Medicare plan is right for me? Honestly, I'm not sure.
There are so many decisions. Where do you even start?
Medicare can be complicated. Don't go it alone. Together, we can make it simpler. Call Cigna now for more information, plus your free guide. You'll learn how a Cigna Medicare Advantage plan can help you get more out of Medicare, with no monthly premiums, no primary doctor copays, prescription drug and dental coverage, even fitness benefits. Plus, the Cigna Difference, a team approach to healthcare coordinated by your doctor that ensures you get the time, attention, and quality care you deserve. Medicare open enrollment is here. Get the information you need to make the right decision. Plus, get a free guide to Medicare Advantage. There's no obligation. Call 1-866-612-1391. That's 1-866-612-1391. Cigna. Together, all the way.
After you watch Mike and Rhiannon, join me for NBC Nightly News.
41 Action News coverage of the Royals Parade is brought to you by BigTimeBats.com, where you can get your World Series champions bats.
All right, welcome back. We're live outside Sprint Center where the celebration continues. You're seeing members of the Glass family as we're in break. A couple of the other vehicles, including a trolley with the extended members of the Glass family, the owners of the Kansas City Royals, are coming out. And we'll continue to see different vehicles file out. You know, the Royals are famous for keep the line moving, and you know, that was during the season. We're trying to keep the line moving right now. It's a little slow getting everyone into the vehicles, but they'll be coming out here to eventually keep the line moving as we get this parade continuing. So we'll make sure you don't miss anything.
That's right. We see the Winnetonka marching band getting ready to just file into this parade. We just saw the Budweiser Clydesdales go by. So many fun things for the crowd to really get pumped up. The music's going. Everybody is just so happy. You can just feel the energy of this crowd.
Absolutely. You know, the Budweiser Clydesdales, they're based out of St. Louis. Budweiser is. But it was cool because the drivers of the Budweiser Clydesdale, the wagon, they were wearing Royals shirts. So they are definitely Royals fans today, if not for a while longer. Because when you think about it, think about this. The Kansas City Royals are the team from Missouri that have been to back-to-back World Series now. That has not happened with the Missouri team since the St. Louis Cardinals back in the 1960s.
And here's the man.
First time back-to-back World Series appearances by the Royals. Cardinals haven't done that since the 60s.
Dayton Moore, general manager, coming out right now. His stock in Kansas City has just skyrocketed the last few years. People so happy about the system and the team that he put together that worked hard and finally became that winning team.
Right, we talked about how he had mentioned he looks for players who have that passion for the game, that really love baseball. And you get to see it on all of the players for the Royals. They love this game. There's no giving up in them. You know, there was an article that talked about how one of the things he looks for is strikeouts. If you strike out a lot, it doesn't matter how much power you have. They're not as interested in the players who strike out. And we have traded away some players with high strikeout rates. And because of that, we've been able to get some of these younger prospects and younger players, and it has paid off for us in the end with this World Series title. The way that they decide, go for players who don't strike out as much, for pitchers who are going to complement what we do in the rotation.
Senior Vice President of Business Operations waving to the crowd right now.
So we're gonna getting closer here to the players coming up. We have some of the high school marching bands who are going to be taking part. You'll see them, and we'll be showing you different angles. So we have cameras all throughout this parade route, as we said, as it goes north up Grand, past Sprint Center. We'll make a right turn heading east on 9th, come south on Oak, back down Truman right along I-70 here, and then it'll continue to go down Grand until it makes its way to Union Station. That's where the rally will begin for the Royals celebration. We'll be hearing from Missouri Governor Jay Nixon at that rally, Kansas City Mayor Sly James, of course the Glass family, GM Dayton Moore, who we just saw go by, manager Ned Yost, Royals legend George Brett, and many current players as well.
You know, Winnetonka Marching Band of the high school up in the Northland just came through. These marching bands dream of getting to play in New York at parade or something like that. They get to do it in their hometown at a World Series parade. That is incredible for them. Here's Lorenzo Kane.
There he is.
A fan favorite, an amazing player getting to ride through the parade right now with his family.
The all-star outfielder had so many clutch hits in this postseason.
Gave 100% every time.
Great to see.
Here we go.
Here goes some of the fireworks they're shooting off as the players continue to make their way out. Johnny Gomes, number 31.
They've got their phones going too inside the trucks. I love that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, as we have a gap in the parade right here, one thing that goes unmentioned, you know, the city put this on and just, they had 48 hours from the time they found out the Royals won, less than 48 hours really, from Sunday to now to get this all ready to go. They had some weeks to try to organize it in anticipation of this, but a lot going on, a lot to put all this together. One thing that might have gone forgotten, and one of the most important parts of a parade, scoopers after the unfortunately, some of the high school band had to march through some of that.
Alex Gordon,
there he is.
4. Huge response from the crowd seeing Alex Gordon come through.
You know, it's great. We heard him tell Frank on the post-game show after the deciding game, Game 5 in New York. He hopes he can stay. He's in a contract year. His contract's up. He hopes he can play. He wants to stay here.
This feels like home to him. Follow Orlando.
You saw him come in late in the games for the Royals. Some good defense there. Good defensive outfielder. Key to this team as well to winning the World Series.
I like that they're giving the guys some space in between so they can each get their own huge round of applause when they come through. Alex Rios should be the next player that's coming out of the gate here. Another marching band is getting ready to get in place right behind this huge baseball balloon they've got going on that's going to march down the parade as well. Here we go. We see the pickup truck coming out. Alex Rios. Fireworks and smoke and lights with every player coming out. That's so fun.
The fireworks are going off here above Sprint Center. We've seen confetti shooting out, which is appropriate because it's a Royals snow day, as on the morning show today.
Exactly.
A snow day, anyway, with all this confetti, because it definitely is not cold enough for snow.
Guess who's next, Patrick?
About 70 degrees. Great sunny day here.
Gerard Dyson. That's what speed do.
That's what
He's
speed
coming
do.
up.
Man, you saw the stolen bases that he had this postseason. How key was that stolen base in Game 5?
And I just love
position
his confidence has always come through. Not an arrogance, just a confidence about how well this team's doing. And he made it so fun with his dance, right, last year? There he is, Gerard Dyson. And look at their shirts. This is so cool. They were selling these at the K yesterday. They say, thanks, Kansas City. Just another, kind note to this town and these fans that they really do love that supported this team for so long.
It's amazing all the different camera crews. You saw one in the back of the pickup truck with Gerard Dyson. A lot throughout the parade route. Documentaries are going to be made about this.
Look at this. Terrence Moore coming out right now onto the parade route with his family. A full family back in the truck there waving and having such a great time. Here's our next Major League Baseball balloon down the way. A little bit windy, so they really got their work cut out for them a little bit, hanging on to the cords here to keep this down on the ground. The balloon arches kind of just going every which way, but such a gorgeous day, especially for November. Sun is shining. It is unbelievable in here as they just have a major portion making its way towards City Hall. Whoa, check out this dune buggy.
You're about to see this this Jeep with the moose antlers on top. I wonder if this is the moose guy with the antlers at the games that we see.
Look at them. He's getting the crowd pumped up here.
He's getting the crowd fired up here.
More fireworks. Look at this. Kendrys Morales. Kendrys Morales hitting the parade route.
Kendrys Morales, what important part he played. He didn't play in those 3 games in New York because National League rules don't allow the designated hitter. But so key in really the entire season.
Here we go. Christian Colon, number 24. Ended up making an incredible impact in this World Series.
And as we said, how huge were his hits
Amazing.
Not bat all postseason, but he batted in that 12th inning, came up with a huge RBI for the Royals, just like he did in the 12th inning of that wild card game last year.
That's right. Here's a big fan favorite, Esky Alcides Escobar. Smoking fireworks for him. Oh, yeah.
There he is with his family.
That may be one of the biggest crowd reactions.
All-star shortstop with such a great arm, great range.
And such a solid hitter.
So great to, yes.
How many times did he get on base we could count on,
He comes up, lead off. I mean, he led off with a home run one of these postseason games. It's just been incredible. He set the record for, the team record at least, for the most amount of consecutive leadoff hits in the postseason.
And that's what's so amazing about this lineup. Every single time, there was no weak link on there. They knew they had to be afraid, the other team, that every single guy could get on base or hit a home run.
You know, some people wonder, like Alex Gordon, he bats 7th, but Ned Yost has talked about it before. You know, he spreads out some of his power hitters, and there's not really a weak spot in that lineup. So if you're an opposing pitcher, holy cow, how do you face that lineup that's so good top to bottom?
And that's how we earn the name this season, the Relentless Royals. Proud of it. So much fun. They're chanting, "Let's go Royals" on the route here.
Look who's coming out now.
Oh, here we go. First baseman Eric Hosmer waving to the crowd. Oh, huge cheer.
The Gold Glove first baseman. Man, how many great hits has he had, too? It is great to see. He has more postseason RBIs at his point in his career, at his age, how many games he's played in the postseason. He has more RBIs than anyone in the history of Major League Baseball besides Lou Gehrig.
And
how crazy was that stat?
Incredible. And he made a record, tying George Brett's record this postseason, too, for the team. Incredible.
Yeah. I mean, that is a living legend right there. Eric Hosmer. And what he has done for the Kansas City Royals, helped them get that championship here. You know, yeah, they'll talk about, we'll talk about the stats as fans, but the focus of winning, this is what they've wanted all year. Their focus to win the division, get home field advantage, which they did, and win the World Series title.
Check it out, Omar Infante.
You know, he had his injury, didn't play the postseason, but was so vital in the regular season, turned so many double plays with Alcides Escobar. And credit to Ben Zobrist, too, for stepping in for Infante. How great did Ben Zobrist do at second base? He's played third base when Moose was out, when his mother passed away, when he's played left field when Alex Gordon was hurt. Here's Raul Mondesi. He was the
make
first
his MLB debut, right, in the World Series.
No one has ever done that before, to come up for their World Series or their Major League debut in a World Series, and Raul Mondesi did.
Incredible.
He struck out, but he is so talented.
Now, we've been talking about fan favorites. Just a name alone, Stakis, they're getting come out. He's going to be a fan favorite for sure.
There's Cheslor Cuthbert coming out. We've seen him. You know, it was fun to see when he came up with the Royals during the regular season. He had some big hits. He got dumped with a bath from Salvi. It's been fun to see him do so well during the regular season for the Royals.
The whole crowd. Moose. Mike Moustakas making his way on the parade route right now.
There he is. Saying Moose, not boo. There it is. He's got his puppy dog with him.
That was the Moose Mobile that was ahead of him with the moose antlers on top. He's got a Moose Mobile. Come on. Just fantastic. This town loves Moose.
You think about all the throws Moose has made at third base this year.
Oh, yeah.
How many diving stops he's had, throws over to Hosmer at first. You think about how many of those plays saved games. My goodness.
All right now we're going to pause just for a moment for a word from our sponsors.
41 Action News coverage of the Royals Parade is brought to you by BigTimeBats.com, where you can get your World Series champions bats.
All right, look at this. Ben Zobrist on the parade route right now with his lovely family, his wife, still expecting.
That's right. She was wondering, we did the story during the World Series. She was hoping, please, baby, don't come yet during the World Series. But she said if the baby did arrive early, she didn't want Ben to be there. She wanted him to hit a home run for the Royals. And how many home runs has he hit for us this year? That, especially some key ones in the postseason as well.
They said Ben Zobrist has been a beast this season, and they were right. All right, next up, somebody that has really impacted this team in a short amount of time, getting traded from the Cincinnati Reds. Johnny Cueto had an incredible World Series game, king of Game 2.
That's right. You know, you talk about what we had to give up to get Cueto, and Dayton Moore talked about he felt that was the right move for this team. It's likely this is the last time we see Johnny Cueto with the Royals. That could also be possible with Ben Zobrist we just saw. Their contracts are all up. How much money will we have to re-sign some of these key players? But Johnny Cueto,
there he is.
How huge was he his last game? He had that big game at home, Game 2 at the K, to win it for the Royals.
Quickly becoming a fan favorite this season, absolutely.
I mean,
the crowd loving him.
Johnny Cueto, he had that complete game in Game 2 of the World Series. Only 2 hits given up, 1 earned run. That pitching performances you will ever see in a World Series game, and it was from Johnny Cueto.
Absolutely.
Well worth the trade. They wanted to get him just for this year at least to win the World Series, and he helped them do that.
Here comes Wade Davis, number 17, with his family.
The crowd going nuts for Wade. Think about how many times he came in for relief, not just in the 9th inning, but Ned would bring him in the 8th inning sometimes, ask him to go 2 innings, which for a relief pitcher, especially your closer, can be tough to do, especially if they have to pitch night after night, which he had to do sometimes.
Look at
and great how much Wade Davis filled in for Greg Holland, who was hurt.
Yes,
just
such an important job.
The bullpen we have in Kansas City.
Danny Duffy, number 41. You see the Bears suit he's wearing? He was wearing this in the locker room when they won the ALDS, and he said so straight-faced, "What are you wearing?" He's like, this is a Bears suit. For sure.
That guy. And number 41, we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, that's
sure
right.
It's not for KSHB, 41 Action News, but we'll pretend like it is.
We love that they all have a sense of humor, and they're just such a fun family, a brotherhood. Here's Jeremy Guthrie.
How much he pitched last year for the Royals. Pitched a lot of playoff games. Didn't pitch this postseason, but still it's great to see the fans recognize these players.
Yes.
Whether they contributed or not this postseason, they're all vital. They're vital to keep the mood in the clubhouse going, in the dugout, that don't give up attitude. Every single one of them is important. And as we said today, you know, they're all going to get
World Series rings.
World Series championship rings.
Kelvin Herrera making his way onto the parade route. Number 40, pitcher Kelvin Herrera.
And how huge was he as well? Coming in to pitch where we needed him to really hold on to the lead, or at least not let the opponent's lead get any bigger, and he has really helped out.
Such a solid bullpen this year,
well.
Seriously. We should see Luke
Right, who's coming around
next.
the corner?
Here he comes. Luke Hochevar and family.
Still sporting his playoff beard. I love the playoff beards. And how important was he, too, pitching for us? The Royals really benefited from some great pitching this year. And we talked about how Wade Davis stepped in the closer role for Greg Holland. You know, you had HDH, Herrera, Davis, Holland last year. And Davis really stepped up when Greg Holland got injured. And Greg's going to be coming up next, and it'd be great to see him getting that recognition as well. Because he helped us in a lot of games earlier this year to get that division title.
Number 56, Greg Holland. And coming up on deck, if you will, the Center Marching Band, a school district in South Kansas City, one of the area school districts that gets to represent in such a very cool way. These marching bands get to take part in a historic citywide celebration.
And as we mentioned earlier, it's just great to see how this has been a peaceful celebration.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone getting along, even though it's packed in here. You see the crowd packed in. Everyone getting along, smiling, laughing. A lot of good times, great memories being made today.
And a lot more to see so far. We'll be right back. Stay with us right here on 41 Action News.
Next on the list, wash down all that Halloween candy with the perfect wine. Wow. Plus, Garth Brooks is on the VIP list.
It's going to be loud.
If it's stuff you love, it's on the list.
Tonight at 6:30 on your 41 Action News station.
The morning's fastest growing newscast just keeps getting better. 41 Action News today with a bigger team to cover more breaking news, the most accurate weather forecast, and 41 traffic now. See what the buzz is about. Wake up with 41 Action News today.
Louisville Slugger has been making bats since 1884 and is the official bat of Major League Baseball. They are proud to release the Kansas City Royals World Series full-size bat. Royals logo. Scores from the World surrounded by the words World Series Champions. This is a limited edition bat and yours for only $129.95. Call Big Time Bats now at 280-BAT. BigTimeBats.com.
The Kansas City Royals have won the World Series. Celebrate with this exclusive championship package from Sports Illustrated. Included with your paid subscription, you'll get a book featuring the renowned writing and photography of Sports Illustrated to commemorate the Kansas City Royals' amazing season. You'll also get the official World Series locker room t-shirt and the official World Series locker room cap. It's the one the players wear. Go to SIChampoffer.com or call now. All three included with your paid subscription to SI. 57 issues for only $1.57 each. Save 63% off the cover price. This package at retail would cost more than $300, but through this amazing offer, you'll get SI commemorative book, official Majestic locker room t-shirt, the official New Era cap, and 1 year of SI. This exclusive championship package is yours only from Sports Illustrated. Go to SIChampoffer.com or call now.
The Kansas City Royals have won their first series in 30 years, and BigTimeBats.com is releasing this Royals Series Champions Team signature 35-inch bat. Has the facsimile signature engraved on each bat with the World Series Champions logo. Limited to 5,000 individually numbered bats. Order yours now for only $129.95. Call BigTimeBats.com now at 1-866-280-BATS.
The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon tonight at 10:35.
41 Action News coverage of the Royals Parade is brought to you by BigTimeBats.com, where you can get your World Series Champions bats.
Kansas City, we are watching the Royals make their way onto the parade route. We just saw Ryan Madsen and Chris Medlin come out.
And look at this, Franklin Morales coming out with his family in the back of the pickup truck there as they begin the parade route here from Sprint Center. We have a few more players coming up, including the MVP of the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
We all know who that is. So a few more players. We'll see manager Nedjos coming up in just a minute as they all make their way out.
We've been going for a while now, so you're seeing other angles of the parade route as we go, as they make their way up and around City Hall and downtown, and they head back towards Union Station. There's Jason Vargas, number 51, pitcher Jason Vargas on the parade route.
That's right. He saw a lot more of him in 2014, and including some postseason games. And still on the roster. Good to see him taking part in this celebration as well.
Next up, one of our main men in the bullpen, Rodano Ventura, coming out right now onto the parade. Definitely a fan favorite as well.
Yeah, Rodano Ventura. Here, listen to the crowd react to. He had so many great starts.
Yeah.
For us, for the Royals. There he is, number 1. He's excited.
Holding up that sign that says, "Thanks, Kansas City." We love that.
It's great to see.
Kansas City loves you too, guys.
And then you think about what some of these players had to go through. You know, Mike Moustakas lost his mother earlier this year. You also had Chris Young, one of our pitchers, lose his father.
Yeah.
And Edinson Volquez lost his father right before Game 1 of the World Series.
And came back to pitch for us.
And came back to pitch in Game 5.
There he is, Edinson Volquez.
And you think about, he went out there and pitched. His family told the Royals, we don't want him to know before the game. Let him pitch. We'll tell him. He flew down to the Dominican Republic to be there with his family for the funeral of his father, and wanted to come back and rejoin the team over the weekend in New York. Was there Saturday night for the game and pitched Sunday night. And he started that final game for the Royals and helped us win the World Series.
Helped us get all this.
Sunday night. Now we have this huge celebration.
Absolutely. This team that's been through such amazing highs, they've seen some lows too, but they seem to come together incredibly in the face of it. Chris Young, number 32.
Chris Young, just an amazing pitcher. He doesn't have the speed, the fastball speed like some of our pitchers, but the way his precision, such an accurate pitcher, great off-speed change-up pitcher. And he also went through something similar with as Edinson Volquez. He lost his father, Chris Young did, and he pitched the next day for the Royals and had a fantastic outing. They have each mentioned that they wanted to honor their fathers.
Absolutely.
And come out here and play ball. And you can only imagine what it was like for them growing up. Their fathers probably got them interested in baseball. And Absolutely. They honor their dads.
By playing the game.
Memory, by playing the game and becoming World Series champions.
Drew Butera making his way into the parade route right now.
Yeah, we talked about earlier. He was behind the plate. He came in for Salvi. Gerard Dyson actually came in to run the bases for Salvi after he got that hit in the 12th inning. And Butera came in after that to play defense, and he framed that strike three, the last pitch of the game. One thing that you may remember, Wade Davis threw it to Butera. Strike three called to end the World Series and win it.
Francisco Pena. And guess what? There's only one more player left to take the route. And
the crowd is about to go nuts here. Just wait to listen to this crowd once the MVP of the 2015 World Series makes his way onto the parade route out of Sprint Center here.
An all-around nice guy. I mean, you hear women of all ages talk about how much they love Salvi because he's just so sweet and just so cute and just so nice.
And apparently the prankster of the Royals. Yeah. He always is pranking different guys, dumping them with the Gatorade shower after the games.
Yep.
Just so much fun to see, and just that infectious attitude and personality we talk about that really seems like he sets the tone for that entire clubhouse.
Oh, Ned Yost has talked about how important Salvador Perez is to their morale and how much he loves the game, that when they've gone on their breaks, he has gone to go home and play as well because he just wants to keep playing. He loves the game of baseball so much.
Plate. Think about that. He still has a smile on his face after all those foul balls.
Oh, my goodness.
That he took off his mask, off his chest protector, off his fingers. And he still is happy-go-lucky, happy guy, not complaining.
Look, they can't even see him yet, and they're already cheering. They know who's coming up. Salvador Perez, the man whose Instagram account is filled with pranks on Lorenzo Cain that make all of us crack up. He's so funny.
Look at all the cell phones. Look at all the fans with their cell phones up to get a picture of Salvi as the fireworks shoot off. You heard the chants of MVP. Here he is.
Pretty incredible that the guy that keeps morale up is also the guy that won MVP, that he is also a crucial player in all of this as well.
You see the confetti flying through the air.
He's standing up. We haven't seen a lot of them do that. He wants to wave to everybody, say hello. He is right there, ready for these fans.
So many people excited to see Salvi.
But he kind of embodies that whole brotherhood and that family and the friendships that we can see that all of them have that make them so fun to watch. There's no one star on this team. They're all good and they're all critical.
More confetti as Salvi passes by. That's one of 16 confetti guns that they have along this parade route. And I talked with the street sweepers. There are 9 street sweepers here. Some of those street sweeper drivers were here for the 1985 parade. They talked about it was a mess then, maybe a mess today now, 30 years later, but they're excited. They said they'll clean up that mess. They have no problem with all the mess we're going to make here.
Look at this. Ned Yost with the World Series trophy sitting on his truck.
There it is.
Ned Yost, who is constantly calm, even in the dugout when things are not like we want them to be on the scoreboard. Ned is always the calm in the storm.
And you think about, over the years, how he's faced criticism for some of his decisions, and just to see him not let that faze him, how he and Dayton Moore have believed in their plan all along, and how it's been neat to see Ned never get too high, never get too low, and he deserves this. Everything that he's done for this city, for this team, and just how it is to see people are starting to clear out now that Ned Yost has passed, but the fact to think about how important Ned has been to this team, all the great pitching decisions he's made, even though he talks about he lets the hitters and the base runners make a lot of their own decisions, and that almost instills that trust in their manager as players, knowing that they're trusted to make those decisions. Hosmer taking off for the plate in Game 5 to tie it up in the 9th inning. How great is that?
And I tell you, the crowd is quickly starting to disperse because they know that parade is headed straight toward Union Station, where at 2 o'clock this amazing rally is going to be held. So a lot of fun here as it just leaves the Sprint Center. The parade's still going.
Yeah, and you think about it, I see all these kids, and it was great to see so many schools decided to cancel class. So great to see all these kids here. I was 5 years old when I grew up in St. Louis. 1982 World Series when the Cardinals won it there. I still have memories from that parade in 1982 as a 5-year-old. And my 5-year-old is here now with us. My wife has our kids here, and I hope they have the same memories. And I hope all these kids have these same great memories of what they're going to experience, what they're going to remember, the Kansas City Royals, the first World Series parade in 30 years.
Such history. We want to check in now with D. Jackson. He's along the parade route. How's it going where you are, D?
It is absolutely phenomenal here at Truman and Oak. These fans have really brought the team spirit here. And, they've been waiting so long to see this type of thing. And now as we get a chance to see the players come by, the owner, the Glass family starting to come down the street here, these guys really have the vision. And that's what really matters here. What you are witnessing is something extremely special here, not only in Kansas City sports history, but in the history of this city, the town. We have an absolutely perfect to celebrate our world champions. And, the Royals have really done something that is really unmatched. These guys have gone to the World Series 2 years in a row. They win it this year. Of course, the Texas Rangers did it in 10 and 11, but it's something special about this Royals family. When you look out here at this crowd, I have not seen a single person who does not have on some type of Royals paraphernalia, some type of Royals cap or T-shirt. There's families here, and as someone mentioned earlier, it was to cancel school to have these people here as a part of this memory. It's absolutely fabulous, and I can't tell you how excited the people around me here are. They're so excited. These folks are watching the parade on their 41 Action News apps here, so they get a chance to see what's around the corner before the guys even get here. So it's really important for everybody to be here and be so enthusiastic to support this Royals team.
Thank you, D. I know, just incredible to see this parade wind down, and it just is a sea of blue and people and fun.